What's up, world? This is director, the mad lyrical wolf, Dennis Carral. Behind the scenes, your director, your producer, your writer, everything like that. Talking to you about my new short film that I got coming out. It's not really new. It's footage that I took from like years ago, and I like to talk to you about that and why I came up with the concept for it and everything like that. It's a skit that I did with my cousin Hakeem, and I like to say peace and love. I love you, cuz. Thanks for doing that skit with me and all the other skits that you did with me on a lot of my DVDs I did back in the day. That was in the vault. A lot of it's not on YouTube. I'm slowly bringing it out now. You was the one that kept telling me, "Yo, well, you gotta put your stuff on YouTube, man." It's all about timing, you know. I think this right now is the perfect time to do it. Also, with a lot of stuff that's going on in the world right now, is a perfect time to do it, and I'm about to get into that also. But we did this skit, man, and I looked at it and I was like, yo, the storyline has potential to turn into a short film, and I really like the storyline that I came up with that I'm about to get into. I was a fan of the Terminator movies, just the robots, AI taking over, and we watch it and we look at it as entertainment. But as you can slowly see right down in 2023, AI is taking over. That's why these writers is on strike right now in Hollywood. About the AI taking over the movie scripts, and the extras could be used for their digital faces and everything like that, and they don't have to pay them no more. Yes, it's true. That Terminator shit, man, is coming true. And I always thought the Terminator, as I got older, I started looking at it more and more for what it was really trying to tell us, the hidden messages that the Terminator has in the storyline. Really, 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 really deep, interesting, real stuff, man, that's slowly being prophesized. You read the Bible, man, no matter if you're a religious person or not, prophesied a lot of stuff that's going to come true anyway. And a fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger, of his movies, all his action movies from the late 80s, the Conan movies. But Terminator, he played the bad guy for the first time. First time he played the bad guy. I love the scene when he goes into the police station, just blowing people away, like pow, pow, pow. You know what I mean? And him as the robot, he had the perfect bone structure. Nobody on this planet was able to play him. Real, real good. Cause he was a bodybuilder, man, and bodybuilders they look like and built like robots anyway. He was Mr. Universe tons of times, and everything like that. With people who know about Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I wanted to do my version, a black version. That's right, my version of the Terminator, folks. And I looked at the story, man. I came up with the story right on the spot. That's how good I am, not to toot my own horn. But I came up with the improv and the storyline, right on the spot. Like, yo, King, we're going to play this part, man. You're going to play like this militant dude. And that's going to, in the future, similar to the Terminator story, you're going to lead this revolutionary army. And they're going to, the white people races, they dying out, whatever. And they sending this robot, that they created to the future to destroy the blackinator. Because that's the name of the joint. I came up with that name, the blackinator. And the blackinator is also, man, deals with racial, deals with social issues, social commentary. It talks about how black people are still against each other, and they use us against each other, and they're going to continue to do it as long as the powers to be around. They're going to continue to use us against each other, and they've been doing it, since beginning of time when the Europeans came on the scene. Brother against brother always been a thing too, even before the Europeans came on the map and became part of this world. But they used a technique, and a tool to definitely use us against each other for profits or gain, and for them to dominate, and as a reverse psychology thing. and they continue to do it, man. They did it during while we was enslaved, and they continue to do it to this day. And I prophesied and I made up this story about how it's going to be beneficial for them, to continue to keep us at each other's throats. So I put a little, definitely some hitting matches commentary in it, even though it's a comedy. The comedy part is kind of like the peanut butter on a jelly. It kind of smooths it out just a little bit, but you gotta look at the meat of it underneath it. What I'm really trying to tell people. And on the story, let's get into the story, man. Like I was saying, it's about in the future, which I really truly believe, and I put it in a comical way, that the Europeans, man, they're not going to be able to sustain this planet any longer. They already getting the sun rays, cancer from the sun, and just like vampires, the story of the vampires, they made that up for a reason too, to tell us something. Can't stay in the sun, get cancer. They start living underground. Like right now, there's a lot of hidden underground cities and a lot of different things they built underground to live underground to stay away from the sun and its raises. They're going to get back in the caves again, living kind of like primitive again. But they take their technology with them, and they see that their race is slowly dying out. So what they do, they use the concept of time travel. They learn how to make the time machines, just like in the Terminator movie, and they create these robots, killer machines. They're made they're made into the image of us to kill each other, and they come up with the concept. They thought it would be funny. They come up with a concept to make these killer machines after Obama, the first black president. They don't look like Obama, but they was named after him. So they send this robot, because it's supposed to be like this revolutionary war that happens in the future. And that's what my cousin is playing, Hakeem X. He like the late great relative of Malcolm X. He like this revolutionary leader in the distant future that unite everybody around the world. He was the first one to start it, that we get our freedom of social justice and finally rule the world again and live the way we should be living. The powers that be that's hitting the way don't like this, so they send the robots to destroy Hakeem X when he's a youngster, when he's young, in his 20s or whatever like that, so he won't grow up in the future to be the leader of the black race. I thought it was a deep story, man. It's like I said, I thought it was a story that needs to be told. It's a comical, it's put in a comedy form, but like I said, you look underneath it, it's a lot of prophesizing and things to really, really, really think about. Put the special effects in there, everything was added later. Took the old footage, as you can see, look a little cheesy, but I think I did a pretty good job with it. You know what I'm saying? Setting up the time machine part, the portal. You see the blackinator come through the machine, which is played by me. He come into the future, which is supposed to be now. He comes into the present, which is supposed to be now, coming from the future. And I set this movie like in 2035. Well, that's where the robot's supposed to be coming from. And like I said, our enemies, they create, a robot, against to destroy the blackinator. But Hakeem X finds out about this information, and he creates his own protector, which is me, the blackinator, to protect him from this Obama type of robot. You really don't see him. I kind of made him like the liquid metal ball from T2. Everything is, it's copied, but copied in a slick, clever way. Paying homage. That's all it is, paying homage, but putting my spin on it. The way that, if I did my own movie, black version of the Terminator, would be like this. And the story, is not that far-fetched, folks. It's really, really not. But I really enjoyed doing it, and I thought it had potential to do. And I hope everybody really sit back and enjoy it. And it's not for everybody. It's only for the open-minded and the woke people. That's what it's for. But sit back, man. Like I said, behind the scenes, really started doing the movie. It was all improv. No written script was written. So as you can see on the joint, we was You try to figure out the words. See my cousin, he sit up there and repeated himself a whole lot. He drink a lot. I love you, cuz, but you drink a lot, so I couldn't give you no script. We'll be going over that script for weeks and weeks and weeks. So we had to just improv it and go off it and just feed off each other's energy. Um, I thought it was actually funny, the way he kept repeating himself over and over, because that's what he do. Like, I love you, cuz, but that's what he does. Everybody that knows Hakeem, family and friends know that's what he do. No offense to you, man. Don't take it the wrong way. But we all got our little shit with us. But I love you, man. Thanks for doing this joint with me, man. It was fun. The blackinator. I know you probably never know that I was gonna turn this into a short film, like a real film, and play with it. Really play with it a lot, and really take it to that next level, man. It's gonna be a lot of more short films coming soon. I'm just doing what I love to do. Ever since I was little, I used to make up little stories for my sister. I used to do my own little posters and everything, and I would sit down like I'm doing with you, and I would explain her to her the movies and concepts that I grew up with looking at growing up, and I would change them into my own little stories and my own names. And look at me now. I'm doing the same exact thing years later. That was around when I was like 10, 8 years old. I had a crazy imagination then, and imagination is what we have to continue to keep. We lose it a lot of times if we become young children. We're taught not to use our imaginations no more. We only taught to use it when we're young, and then when we become adults, we are taught that imagination is just imagination and need to stay there. Nah, we have to keep it, because imagination is unlimited, folks, to what you can do. When it comes to anything that you can name, music, art, film, and so on, man. It's unlimited. So, thank you for watching. And make sure you, man, really, check out the blackinator. You need to watch it a couple more times so you can see all the hidden messages that I put in there and everything that I'm trying to tell people. Because, like I said, right now, in this world that we live in now, it's not far-fetched storyline. And doing it the best way I could do. Mad Lyrical Wolf, DC. Hope I see you again soon. These next couple films, I'm gonna be doing it way big this year, folks. Bringing it to you non-stop, like I do. Peace.